Every important anniversary deserves a VIP guest. For the past 4 months, the Irish Guards have headed up Op Interflex, the UK-led multinational training programme for Ukrainian troops. So who better to help mark the operation's third birthday and the departure of the latest batch of recruits than Seamus, their regimental mascot?
Seamus?
I think it's absolutely incredible to think that 3 years ago, when the conflict started, none of this was up and running. This was a relatively quiet backwater for British-only training, and we have built as a nation and as a coalition this amazing thing which now delivers this huge variety of courses to a huge number of people. I think we're well over the 56,000 mark in terms of Ukrainian trainees who've gone through Op Interflex. But then also just to reflect on the sheer resilience and that offensive spirit of Ukraine as a country and of their armed forces. It's pretty awe-inspiring.
These Ukrainian soldiers have a mix of backgrounds and military experience, from raw recruits learning basic infantry skills to NCOs and trainee instructors who've already fought on the front line. The course is built around 3 core principles of warfighting: survivability, lethality and offensive spirit.
This execution was really nice.
For the new recruits who are just joining the army, this is their basic training, and it also is their pre-deployment training to go to war. And they get taught everything from basic military skills, how to shoot a weapon, how to operate in the woods and forests, but also things like first aid, how to operate in a mine-rich environment, how to operate with drones, how to counter drones.
The average age of Ukrainian troops here is 34. These trainees are halfway through a 7-week basic infantry course. Today's lesson, section fire and manoeuvre, taught by a team of Danish instructors. Nearby, another group, this time of junior NCOs, are learning how to defend a trench from a so-called Russian meat assault, the lesson delivered by Australian soldiers.
So we have a Ukrainian company here on this position, spread out across about 1 kilometre, and we are simulating a Russian attack on this trench system, and it'll go on for the next 4 to 5 hours. But it's not just us training them, it's also them training us. These guys got a massive amount of combat experience. They're really used to using drones and defensive positions and fighting in trenches. So it's literally a two-way street. As much as we're teaching them, they're teaching stuff to us as well.
The very best of luck. Bajhayul Vamudachi.
Back at camp, a process that's been repeated hundreds of times as the latest cohort of Ukrainian soldiers prepare to leave. In the 3 years that Op Interflex has been running, tens of thousands of Ukrainian soldiers have passed through this camp and others up and down the country. Within 48 hours, these men and women will be back in Ukraine, returning to their units. And the acute shortage of manpower that Ukraine faces means they could well be back on the front line within days.
So it's my 9th lot of students that I've seen set off, and it's kind of a similar feeling every time, like, you know what I mean, you just want them to have the best. And I think the biggest thing for us, because it's a command course, it's not just the 40 guys on the bus, it's like each one of them goes back to look after 12 more people, so that weighs quite heavily on your head when you're sending them away, how the seriousness of it.
It's easy to say to not get attached because you know they're going to leave after 5 weeks, but it's definitely something very hard to do. Like the courses that I've definitely had 1 or 2 courses that have meant a lot to me, and it's very sad to see them go. And trying to figure out how they're doing over there and stuff like that. Because as much as you say, you know, you're basically teaching them everything that they know for the next 5 weeks to make sure they have the best chance of surviving and doing well for their country over in the war. So it's definitely something that they tell you not to get attached to, but it's just something that's impossible from the second that you meet them. So, yeah.
As a mark of respect, British and Allied soldiers line the route of every departure. This one made extra special as Seamus takes the lead to escort the convoy out of camp. Op Interflex remains the largest UK-led training programme for Ukrainian recruits outside of Ukraine. More than 90% of the soldiers passing through this course say they feel more confident they'll survive, equipped with the skills and spirit they need to continue the defence of their homeland. Simon Newton, BFBS Forces News in the east of England. Thanks for watching. For more from BFBS Forces News, like and subscribe to our channel.